Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we're bringing you the 5 worst features on the Galaxy S6. Now we have already done the 10 best features of the Galaxy S6, so make sure to check that out for all the good points. But for the 5 worst features, we're going to go over all the features that people had wished was on it, that were on past Galaxy devices, and maybe just some things we're a bit disappointed were not in this device. So let's go ahead and find out which are the 5 worst features of the Galaxy S6. Alright, right off the bat, we're going to go into one of the worst main features that a lot of people continually talk about. That is no SD card, no removable battery. So first of all, Samsung has always been seen as different from other Android devices because they never gave up on the SD card. They continuously had it. Even when Google said we're not going to have it, they continuously stuck with it. So it was disappointing to see when Samsung changed from their SD card always policy to no more SD card. And this has happened with the S6. We're not sure if it's going to happen with the Note series yet or other Samsung models, but it has at least happened with the S6. Now, this is a bad feature. Now, I understand why they got rid of it. Apparently, this caused a lot of returns on Samsung devices, the micro SD cards. People were using slower memory cards than you should be. Really, you need a 45 megabytes speed memory card. And if you don't have that one, it's not going to work properly. It causes overheating issues, lag, crashing apps, all this kind of stuff that it caused. So I get why they did it. But it doesn't change people's minds that they wanted a memory card slot. So this is going to hurt, and it's going to take a lot of people away from it. Now, Samsung has offered a couple of things like doubling the built-in storage on the entry-level model, having cloud storage as high as 100 gigabytes on OneDrive for free, but it just still gets to people. So it's up to you if this is going to hurt you or not, but I can understand why. Now, in terms of the battery one, I really don't see the point of this. Apparently, Samsung sold very few replaceable batteries, and that's why they got rid of it. And to be honest, I bought extra batteries before for my Note series when I got the VR, but other than that, I never needed extra batteries. This phone charges insanely fast, so I didn't see that much of a problem with it, but I know people still don't like that feature. And for those of you who want just to reset the phone, like you did the battery pullout, all you do is the volume down and power button. So those will solve that, but memory card and removable battery, I know, are two of the worst features that people don't like about this phone. Now, the second worst feature I have on this list is definitely one that most people still don't know about yet. That is that the Galaxy S6 is not compatible with any MHL adapters. This was one of possibly the dumbest things that Samsung could have done for honestly no reason whatsoever. This adapter literally will not go in to the S6, and that's because it's not compatible with it. Any MHL adapter you buy will not work with the S6 because it is not compatible with it. Now, what is an MHL adapter? This made it so you can connect directly to your TV. Now, I could understand Samsung not supporting this if they had something like this, which this allowed you to wirelessly connect to your TV. The problem is that Samsung discontinued this, and now they discontinued this. So how am I supposed to connect to my non-smart TV, Samsung? Not to mention my non-Samsung smart TV, really. And this is the problem. I know there's things like Chromecast out there. I know there's lots of things out there to be able to do this. But Samsung themselves should offer a solution. I mean, look, if they want to be a big player in the game, yes, I know their Samsung smart TVs are the top selling in the world. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that don't have Samsung smart TVs. I need a solution how to connect this to my non-smart TVs. If you discontinued this one, make a new one. If you want me to wirelessly connect, that's fine. I can live with that. Charge 50 bucks for a new wireless connector to my TV so I can use screen mirroring on any TV, and that'll be fine. Or make my next phone MHL compliant. But you need to do something, Samsung. This is just silly. Now, the next feature is something that some people won't notice, but people like me definitely have. And that is a bit less customization when it comes to home screens and your app drawer. Now, what I mean by that is, look, you can do themes on the S6. You can even create different screen grids, all really great and neat. Problem that I run into is I cannot go all the way around my apps like I was able to on every other Samsung before this one. I feel this is too much like an iOS feature that I can't go around all the way, and something that I really detest. Not to mention that not only can I not do this also on my app drawer, but on my old app drawer, I was able to hide apps. I can't do that on the S6. This is really great feature that I loved about Samsung before, and I wish they would bring back. It's something that I definitely miss on my S6, being able to go all the way around in a loop, and also, of course, being able to hide apps. It's just a really great feature, and again, something that was great on my past Samsung devices, but it's not on the Galaxy S6. Now, one of the biggest missed opportunities on the Galaxy S6 was definitely the exclusion of some really key features from Lollipop. First big feature that I was disappointed that I didn't have anymore was the 2-finger pull down, or the 1 finger this way and another finger this way. To change it so it would look something like this, so I could see where all my features are. Samsung got rid of that, and I found that to be very annoying. I really liked when I had this screen grid and I could hold this button down and go into it. Now it just tries to have me edit it. And this is something I find really annoying, and I wish it would change back to the way it was. In this also, I find that there's no icon right here for multiple users. Something that is now normal on Lollipop, and yet it's not on the Samsung Galaxy S6. I wanted to sign in multiple users so I can have my regular one, and then I could have another guest one or a work one or whatever I wanted to. The fact is that I could have another user for even my kid, which I don't have one, but if I did, I could have one for him. So, you know, or her. These are the things that I really wish were on here. And the biggest feature that Lollipop had that I was disappointed the S6 didn't have is on Lollipop, you can actually shoot what's called RAW files. RAW files are the highest quality photos you can shoot, and on the S6 you can't do it. Now, don't get me wrong, the S6 is by far the best camera I've used to date on a cell phone, but if I were able to shoot in RAW, it would literally allow me to never need to use my more professional cameras on a day-to-day basis. Because I don't have that, I still will be using them. So those are 3 Lollipop features that I can think of that are on other Lollipop devices but are not on the Galaxy S6. And now my last worst feature of the Galaxy S6 is keys. For those of you who don't know, keys allowed you to back up your phone so you can get everything from it. Say if I needed to reset this phone, but I didn't want to lose everything. Well, I would just plug in the keys. It would back up everything. My text messages, my wallpapers, my Wi-Fi connections, everything. It would back up everything. And I loved it. Problem is, it doesn't work on the Galaxy S6. Why? That's a good question. Galaxy S6 can only use Smart Switch, not keys. Now, again, this is a feature that's only going to be for people that were using keys before, but if you want to back up your phone and you didn't have another phone, then there's no real way to back up your phone now, is there? And this was one issue. I don't see why Samsung did it. This was one thing that Samsung offered that not every other Android manufacturer did. A way to back up your phone so you would have everything, so if you would need to reset it, you would be fine. Because I don't have an SD card anymore, I can't back that up somewhere else. So this is the real problem, and Samsung account doesn't back up enough. It needs to back up either everything that keys did, or Samsung needs to find another solution. But you cannot leave me without being able to use any kind of backup service. If something goes wrong with my phone, what am I supposed to do now? If I don't have another Samsung phone or another phone to switch using Smart Switch. This is an issue Samsung needs to find a solution to, and until they do, it's going to be a worst feature of the Galaxy S6. Alright guys, those were the 5 worst features of the Galaxy S6. Hopefully you liked this video. If you did, please give a like, thumbs up. And what features do you miss that you had on your old phone or you see that other phones have and that you would want on the Galaxy S6? Keep in mind, it's still my favorite phone out right now, but that doesn't mean we can't improve it for the next year model or even for the Note 5. These are features that I hope Samsung will fix before then, and if they do, I think we'll have an amazing phone that no one can complain about. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.